Robbie, very simply, give us your thoughts ahead of a huge game.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I think the game on Saturday was against Inverness was very important for us. We gave us 9 out of 9 points wise, 3 games on the bounce after a wee sticky period. Obviously Dundee winning the Friday night meant that we had to carry some momentum into the derby, and we've managed to do that. So got a couple of days to go to it, and looking forward to it.
The last derby was pretty eventful. Are you expecting this to be a tighter affair?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, but to be honest, we all know what derbies are like. It doesn't matter what you did the previous derby or the previous game. It's how you approach the night, how you start the game. It's very important we go down there and try and be on the front foot and make sure we take it to Dundee.
Do you think you'll be coming up against a side that will have, as an added motivation, revenge? They'll see this as an opportunity perhaps to right a wrong in their eyes of what happened at Tannadice.
If they want to look at it that way, it's up to them. I think any club, when you go into the derby, it doesn't matter what's happened previously. It's about making sure you win that game, making sure you implement what you want in that game, making sure you're first to everything, making sure you dominate the game. So whether that's a reflection of what happened previously, it's up to them. We'll be looking at it as a single game. It's us going down to Dens Park, take a big following down there. It's important that we go and try and win it.
And is that the same message to your own players? Because you obviously were riding high after the first derby, but is the message to your players, you put that out of your minds as well? This is a totally different.
Once the derby was finished, that was it done for us. I've been involved in loads of derbies. Win, lose, draw. Nobody cares what you did in the last one. Nobody cares at all. Only people care about what the score will be like at 10 o'clock on Friday night. That's all that matters. So from our perspective, we're not even interested in the last one at Tannadice. It's about this one at Dens.
What kind of challenge are you expecting on Friday night? And going back to the derby, a lot of people were questioning how that result might impact in Dundee, and I guess it could go one of two ways. They could try and bounce back from it, or they could go under, and it seems to have been the former. They've recovered quite well from the derby.
Yeah, I think the derbies have quite a big influence in the season, because one, it sets a bit of momentum as well, but also the league's going to be very tight, so it's important that you pick up maximum points in these games, especially against teams that you would expect to be in the mix at the end of the season. So from our perspective, we focus on ourselves. It's going to be a very, very tough game. I think although the scoreline in the last game was quite one-sided, I think when you actually look at the whole game, it was a tough game for us. There was periods in the game where Dundee were on top. We get the goals at the right time, and I expect it, but another very, very hard game.
You get into this off the back of 3 wins, 3 clean sheets. Do you feel that everything has now clicked, and that there's maybe been periods of inconsistency, but do you think everything has come together now and that it's just a case of onwards and upwards for Dundee?
No, I think if you'd asked me that question just over a week ago, I'd probably have a different answer. So I don't think we're anywhere near clicked yet. I think there's still a work in progress. I think there's still a long, long way to go. There's going to be highs and lows. We've had a great week, 3 points in each game. We're now going into a derby. So what we've done in the last 3 games has no influence at all. Like I say, the derby is a single entity. It's all about the derby now for us. It's about making sure we're in the best physical and mental position when we get into the game, and make sure we start it really, really well.
Robbie, the manner of the win against Inverness, the quality of the performance, do you feel you proved a point at the weekend?
Depends what the point is that's getting asked. What was the point that was getting asked? From us, it's like people may have said that the away form has been difficult for us, but when you look at the 2 games, we played 2 games on AstroTurf, which is always difficult for most teams to go to. You look at Alloa and Queen of the South will pick up majority of points at home. So we had them back to back, which made it difficult. But when you get us on a good pitch, grass, allow us to go and play like we did on Saturday, then I would like to think we'd win the majority of the games.
Yeah, with this being Dundee Derby week, is this just another week for you?
It's not another week, it's a big week. It's important that this is a down week training wise for us, because we know we need to be at it on Friday night. So the training will be short, it'll be sharp. Well, I think having the Friday night game makes it a bit easier for us all to manage it, because we've got 1 less day's training, so we can focus on just the build up and being ready for that first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and it's always a tradition to walk en masse to the other ground. Are you looking forward to the Friday night walk up Tannadice?
Yeah, you know, it's not very far, so hopefully the weather's better than it was today. Yeah, look, for us it's about going there. It's going to be very, very difficult. It's going to be a hard game. It's going to be physical the first 10-15 minutes. We have to be ready for the start of the game, you know, physically and mentally.
What have you made of Dundee's form since the Derby game? Because a lot of people might have thought they might have had a downward spiral after such a heavy defeat, but they've got a wee bit of form going.
Yeah, I think the league's going to be like that. You know, teams are going to win 2 or 3 games. Are going to get beat here and there. It's going to be like that, and it's how you handle the defeats more than handling the wins. You know, 2 clubs, Dundee United, both have to win every week. It's just the nature of the league we're in and the position we are within that league. And when you don't win, then it can be the end of the world for people. We have to be stable. We have to say, right, over the course of the season, we hope to do enough to get up.
You've been involved, as you mentioned, in the Derby game as a player and manager, Robbie. Is there extra pressure when you get into these games? Is there expectation you feel from the fans to get a result for them?
I think the expectation is to go and work hard, you know, and make sure you turn up, make sure that you physically you dominate the opposition. You know, it's what we'll be looking to do. I think it's really, really important that, you know, we match the physicality that will definitely come for Dundee. You know, it's going to be a blood and thunder, I would expect, for the first, you know, 88 minutes, and then it might die down the last 2. You have to be ready for it.
Live football, Friday night, full death span under the floodlights. It doesn't get much better than that, does it?
I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I think it'll be a great game. You know, I think I really enjoyed the one at Tannadice. You know, but we have home back in there. We've got the majority of the crowd. You know, it's going to be a different game on Friday night, and it's one that we have to make sure that we're ready for, and it'll be an exciting game.
How good is it to get players like Robson and Connolly and Clarko back from injury in time for this game?
Yeah, I think it was really important. I think getting Robson back was important because it allowed us to get Liam Smith back in the right again. We were a wee bit imbalanced for a few weeks. You know, it made it difficult for us. Connolly coming back is not just on the pitch but off the pitch is a big influence. You know, very vocal. He's a leader, and then obviously getting Clarkie back gives us quality up front, gives us that link with Shankland. I think the two of them work extremely well together. You know, he's got a couple of goals recently, which is great for Clarkie, and I can see that relationship building.
On the subject of Warren Shankland, are you kind of half hoping that he's in the Scotland squad and half hoping that he's not for that?
No, I'm hoping he is. I'm hoping he is. You know, I think obviously it's up to Steve to pick the team, but I think from what I saw for the previous games, you know, the Russia game and the San Marino, I think he's done enough to stay in it. I think he's done enough playing for us to stay in it. Obviously Steve will make the decision on that, but you know, we just want the player to do well. You know, our job here as coaches and head coaches is to improve players and try and help them get to the highest level, and being in the national team, getting more game times, doing that, and we're delighted for Lawrence.
Do you have any early team news? I know it's a few days away, the game. Any early?
They're all fit, you know, all raring to go. We've got a reserve game tomorrow, a few of them will play in that, and then gear up for Friday.